Hello, hello, hello. Here we go, guys. Well, hey. Everything working? We'll see. Yes, microphone working. Good to see. We've already got some people in the chat, which is great because this live stream was very last minute. Usually, I like to give it a day, maybe even two, before I schedule a sort of, before I go live, schedule a live stream, make people aware that it's, that it's happening. So I do apologize that this is kind of like a day or so, sort of in advance, if you like. It's what I'm saying is, it's a bit, premature. Not really. It's a bit late. It's a bit late. Let me just do one more thing, guys, because obviously I know there is a giveaway going on as well for this, so it would be good if that's set up for you guys. So let me make sure that is set up, otherwise there'll be no giveaway. If you are here to see the airport, to see what it's like before it releases, thank you so much. If you're here for the giveaway, thank you so much. If you're here for both, thank you so much. Honestly, guys, I'm aware that obviously that there is, when there's giveaways on live streams, it can be a bit more enticing. I realise that, but I also appreciate anyone that's coming in to see the live stream. For me, it's just to see you guys in here and having a look at some pre-release footage or live footage, because I'll be doing it on screen, For the giveaway, you will need to remain active in the chat. That means you will have to sort of, chat in the chat. You will have to type things out. Keep it realistic, keep it friendly, keep it within reason, guys. Just to keep everything nice, you know what I mean? I will announce the winner. I've only got one copy of Hong Kong to give away, unfortunately. Please do subscribe to the channel, and guys, listen, if you do subscribe to the channel, please consider sort of staying subscribing, because I do go live quite a lot. I do make videos for Microsoft Flight Simulator, so consider staying subscribed. And obviously, it is free, and you might find a video in there that you like. You might see a live stream that you like. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Michael, Fabrizio, Master, Paul Young, Boeing 5, Hatchet, Zenix, Googly 2000. I think that's how you say it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming in. Big thank you to iniBuilds for giving me this opportunity. Admittedly, this only came in. It wasn't long ago. It was about 2 or 3 o'clock. So please forgive me, because I feel a bit unprepared. I will admit. I'm so glad I didn't buy WF Scenery Hong Kong a couple of weeks ago, now that the iniBuilds one is coming out. Yeah, I mean, I honest to God, I've heard people actually really enjoy WF Sceneries, and there's a version 2 coming out. But yeah, sorry, I don't know if I said hello to Aerodessa, but hello Aerodessa, good to see you guys in the chat. So what I would say, giveaway, guys, straight off the bat, it'll be the winner will be announced at the end of the stream. Please tell me Hong Kong now looks like Hong Kong. The photogrammetry is, well, it has. I don't think it's got photogrammetry. I think it's actually more auto-generated. Unfortunately, not every building's done, but that's where we're going to start the stream, because as you aware that stream, sorry, the scenery itself is split into two, if you like. There's the airport, which is obviously going to be a payware, and then there's the landmarks, which will be essentially a freeware. I will tell you, we'll start off with the landmarks. Obviously, we'll start with the landmarks first, and then go to the airport. The giveaway, guys, sorry, at the end of the stream, so in around 2 hours or so, there will I will make sure everyone who wants to be entered is entered, and I'll show it on the screen. I'll pick a winner. The scenery will obviously, the airport itself will be sent to you when it releases. I don't know when it's releasing, but with iniBuilds already releasing the trailer and various other little bits, it's probably not going to be long to go. Right, let's get on with it. Oh, well, that explains it. Yeah, no, Hong Kong has never had a photogrammetry. So let's get into this, guys. This is why we're hovering over Hong Kong at the minute. Obviously, the airport is built on its own little island. There's a couple of things with this one. So the point of interest pack, or the landmark pack, includes the historic Star Ferry routes and ferry ports. Quite interesting. The Star Ferry Pier, Maku Ferry Terminal, the CITIC Tower, Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre, the Great Eagle Centre, the two International Finance Centres, Central Plaza, the Centre, International Commerce Centre, Convention Plaza, Hong Kong Cultural Centre. There's a lot of centres, by the way. M Plus Museum, Tama Park, Tien Tan Buddha, the major central district towers, including HSBC, Bank of China, Standard Chartered, CCB Tower, the AIA Tower, the Sun Hung Kai Center. That's what the pack comes with, and also this pack is completely free as well. This isn't out yet. This will be alongside the airport. Forgive me if I don't go to every one of them, because I haven't got Google Maps open at the minute. Realistically, I probably should do. If you're not aware of my channel, when I do live streams and look at these airports, I do them in a bit more detail. I would say I look at the airport in a bit more detail and go through them and have a look at each individual building and detail as much as I can. So the live stream will be a nice little bit of length. So please keep that in mind. We will do the giveaway winner at the end of the stream. Now, I do have global shipping installed, so some of these boats might be global shipping as well. The Seafront Simulations add-on. There is the animated ferry, though, guys. This is definitely the animated ferry. You can tell it's not the global shipping because the animation is very smooth, really nice, don't get me wrong, but there's no wake behind it, and there's obviously no water simulation. It's still really good, though. We've actually got steam coming out the ferry as well. And the ferry terminal as well. And remember, keep in mind, this is actually free as well. Was the imagery changed to I think around the airport? I'm not too sure. But we'll have a little look, because this is a first look for me as well as you guys. I haven't seen a lot of this airport. I've done the thumbnails for like social media. It is definitely in the water. It's definitely not sort of floating, but obviously there's no sort of wake turbulence, or not wake turbulence, but wakes in the water behind it. It's a very smooth animation, really, really nice. You can see that it will go all the way over. What I would like to do is just grab the Google Maps we will try and stay here for minimal time with the landmarks pack, mainly because the airport is absolutely massive. So I don't want to. I obviously don't want to be here a very long time looking at the landmarks. But the landmarks are done in, I would say, a similar standard to what you get with the iniBuilds airports themselves. The modeling, probably a tiny bit less detailed, but it goes without saying that'll be a pretty obvious thing for iniBuilds to do. They're not gonna go to the same amount of work as they do with the terminal. And I will show you in the night as well, because the night lighting is fantastic. You know that iniBuilds like to do their night lighting. Satellite imagery, I can only assume, and I'm going to probably sound like an idiot here, but I think purely because it's China, they might not have much say or reference to do much with the satellite imagery on the ground, unfortunately. That is a guess. Don't know if it's true. But I am guessing that's why. This is also true for the airport. I have seen some of the airport satellite imagery, and it's not quite detailed. Okay. Is it free if you don't have the airport as well? It's a good question. I think possibly. Let me just read my sort of little press thingy. As mentioned, Hong Kong isn't just about the airport, the skyline. So around the full experience, we're including a Hong Kong city pack completely free when you purchase the scenery. So no, it doesn't sound like you're going to be able to download this without actually getting the airport. It looks like when you purchase the airport, this will be something that is automatically popped into your basket, and they're not going to make this available as a separate freeware download, which, again, to be very, very fair to iniBuilds, I'm assuming that they're going to want to try and keep it that way with just as you say, really, because if people have got the other scenery for Hong Kong, it's not really good business, is it? Let's face it. This whole section here is fantastic. Again, I apologize that I can't give you exact names. I'm going to have a little look. Hong Kong Convention and Exhibit Center. We'll have a check. Is the massive, big sort of arena style building just behind me here. I hope that the Samsung 3D City, yeah, that's it's a very good point, Xenix, because obviously I think I had the Samsung scene, the Samsung 3D scenery at one point. It's a very good point. I'm assuming iniBuilds will want to try and make it compatible as much as they can. The buildings are very well textured and modelled, I think. They're really nice. I would say just as nice as the airport, probably. I mean, a lot has been done. They're quite nice scenery packs. They always are with iniBuilds. I am curious to see what they do with Liverpool. With Liverpool being my local, they have released a screenshot with the old Radio City Tower as the screenshot, so it looks like they're doing some kind of city pack as well. Obviously not on the scale of Hong Kong, but you can see some of the animated screens there as well. Stem Horgan. I'm sorry, but yeah, hello, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you everyone for coming in and spending some time in the stream tonight. As I say, I have got a copy of the iniBuilds the iniBuilds Hong Kong airport to give away at the end of the stream, guys. So please do stick with the stream, even if you have me on in the background and you kind of pop back in later on. I don't mind. I'm sure you won't either, but I do ask that you do take the time to consider subscribing. I do give subscribers a bit more of a better chance of winning my giveaways. I think it's only fair. It's free to subscribe. I do flight simulation content. If you don't like one of the videos, you might like another one that's coming out, I don't know, later on, or you might like another live stream. Some things are a bit more of different people's taste. That's completely fine. But yeah, please consider leaving with a subscribe and liking the stream, and even getting the stream shared will help as well. This live stream only got scheduled earlier on because we only got the scenery earlier on. The Great Eagle Centre, that is the well, it does actually say the Great Eagle Centre on it. I'm not going to go through every one of these buildings, guys. I know you want to see the airport, so we will go to the airport. The Great Eagle Centre, where is it? It's just... There we go. Just there. Just there. Sorry, guys. Every time I click away from the simulator, the developer comes on. I really hope iniBuilds look into Jakarta next. That's a good one. And Jakarta Airport's quite nice. The terminal looks amazing. I've seen a couple of videos of real videos, obviously, of people being there. And it's got that really nice sort of... Is it like sort of a bit of outdoors, bit of like indoors? The terminal's like quite unique. The stands, I'm pretty sure it's Jakarta. Don't think there's anything around here. Oh, we might have actually. There's quite a few buildings that they've done. And as obviously, have you guys asked me earlier on about photogrammetry? It's all auto-generated, which again I'm assuming has got something to do with just the access to references for anywhere in China, Korea, Asia as a whole. Really, just, you know, we don't really have that satellite imagery and photogrammetry as well. So personally, I am guessing. I don't think I could ever see us getting any kind of realistic scenery, photogrammetry, I mean, for China because of that reason. And you will see with the airport that there is there is bits of it. What? That was the King Air that's on the ground at Hong Kong, not Kai Tak, which is here, which is included in one of the versions of the sim, which is quite nice. Obviously, Kai Tak is not there anymore at all. There's still remnants of the apron and stuff, but I tell you what, it's not. I wouldn't say it's the very, very best, is it? Anyway, we're not here to see that. Yeah. By the way, I know it's off topic, but I love the Manchester one, Samsung Manchester, because we haven't got any kind of, oddly enough, any kind of photogrammetry for Manchester, UK. The New York one, version 2 especially, is fantastic. I really love it because I think photogrammetry for some areas, especially New York, isn't the best. And the Samsung scenery really helps New York with having the actual model buildings, and they do blend quite nicely in with the photogrammetry as well. American Citizen multi covered, yeah. I've been in November, Hong Kong. It's good. I've been in November, and it's, to be honest, good look. Yeah, I mean it's not bad. I would say. Auto-generated buildings in the sim for the most part. Only for the cities, I think, are good. I don't like the auto-generated airports, just the default airports. I think X-Plane, and I mean this, X-Plane 12 especially does default airports a hell of a lot better. If you visit the same airport in X-Plane 12 and in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you will see just how more spot on X-Plane gets them. It looks a bit more like the real airport. That's my opinion. I don't know if Samsung does requests. Doha, I mean, iniBuilds did Doha City Pack, and they did Iron Sim did a Doha as well. But anyway, guys, let's move our way to the airport because there's a lot to see in the airport. I tell you what, though, this ferry terminal, it's got 2 helicopter pads on it. The ferry terminal, sorry. And it is really detailed as well. Just before we go across, because as I say, look at that. That's really, really nice. There's the ferry off in the background there. Let's just see if we can get this in a bit better light. We don't want to go yet. That's just reminding me. We want to see the night lighting. Now look at this. It's a good job because I reminded myself. There we go. Nighttime later. Yeah, exactly. No, and not nighttime later. We won't move our work our way back over. I've just reminded myself, luckily. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're okay, but I mean, even Hong Kong, every building isn't modeled, is it? Do you know what I mean? There's a limit to how many each developer does. There's quite a lot in the city pack, but again, the caveat here is that you have to purchase the airport to get this, but it is free. Personally, I think it's just it's part of the airport scenery. To separate it as a city pack, I think maybe they should offer it as a separate download. They might do. They might add. They might. For me, iniBuilds possibly should have done this as a payware for a certain amount of dollars. The city pack, I mean, and then offered it for free if you buy the airport, so people have the opportunity to buy this. I don't know, but it is what it is, isn't it? I never really see the negatives with iniBuilds night lighting. It is always very well done. Of course, iniBuilds now only develop for 2024, so they have got the night lighting for 2024 to use and take advantage of as well. Looks very solid, yeah. I mean, it does. iniBuilds night lighting always really, really good. Even if you look back at the Dubai pack, it was very nice. I mean, if you look at the reflections and the lighting, they've even got some parallax textures in there. Look at that. They look like they're 3D rooms, but they're not. Really nicely done. But like I said, iniBuilds very rarely disappoints with the night lighting. They're always spot on. I can't see any kind of animated night lighting, if I'm going to be honest. This looks like one of their boats that they usually put in. Does actually look like something like of GTA 5, or one of the yachts, but there we go. There's I think that's the iniBuilds logo. Oh, it is, isn't it? Look. There we go. Oh. It's a good job I'm not in VR there. There we go. iniBuilds. and no, they probably don't have iniBuilds going up the side of a building in Hong Kong. Well, you never know. Look at that one there. Do you know what? It's lovely. It's very nicely done, but it's just the surrounding buildings, the auto-generated buildings that just let it down because they're just one color. The sort of the orangey color. Look at this. Where are we, guys? Let's have a look. I can imagine Yas Marina, Dubai. They did that, yeah. They did it. They offer that for free, yeah. The iniBuilds did. Our approaches City Common. Feels like every time I fly from the west, I always fly in from the sea. When I did the screenshots for the thumbnail, I just turned on FSLTL. I mean, obviously, it's not super spot on, unfortunately, with the AI traffic, but they were coming in over the city by the looks of it, which was quite cool. But I don't know. All right, Geek. Funny enough, I was thinking of HK mods were available for 2024. This looks promising. What is your terrain level of distance? Well, I can show you guys if you're interested. I mean, feel free to pause. I am running this on TAA, and then 200 for both, and then most of them are ultra as well. I am running just on a 4070 Ti Super. The reason why I do that, guys, is because I've managed to get this sweet spot. Oh, look at that, we're loading in. I've got, for the most part, I've got a sweet spot of being able to up my graphics to where I do all my cinematics and trailers, but also the performance is good enough, you know, where it's not completely dead on its ass, but it works enough for what I need it to. If I go to Tokyo, yeah, things start to get a bit what's the best word for it? A flip book, a slideshow. Is Kai Tak still usable with the city part of the add-on? I mean, it looks like it is. I can't see any issues with it. Again, I don't think iniBuilds would have made it so it messes it up. Dave, good to see you, mate. I'm all right, mate. As I say, this is a kind of a last-minute thing. iniBuilds sent it on to us earlier today, so I did have to switch some things around. My stream for today is now on Friday. I'll be taking a look at the Orbex Saint Simons Island Airport, which looks pretty nice. I've had a little look at it. But it looks nice, guys. I mean, that's all you want. It'd be nice if we had a few more buildings, but I guess most of the landmarks themselves have been catered for. There's a couple I've probably missed there. I do apologize, but as you can see off in the distance there, we have got the island, we've got the airport, so we'll go and have a little look. Paolo, good to see you. Good to see you. But we haven't seen the airport, and keep in mind, obviously, the airport is kind of what you're buying into and what you're looking at there. Not too sure what these are. I don't know if they're part of seafront simulations. I know there's a couple of static vessels with that, but most of them do move. Let's get us into the daytime, because I'd like to show you the night lighting a bit later on. Again, I will give a copy away for when it releases. I'd imagine it's pretty soon. I haven't got a date, guys. I also don't have a price on this one. I'm assuming this is going to be on the top end price, maybe £22, £23. I can only imagine this is probably going to be priced the same as Dallas Fort Worth. First look doesn't look like any conflicts. Yeah, it doesn't look like. Yeah, I mean, with iniBuilds, I think they're quite spot on with getting everything to the point, mostly up to date. Now, obviously, with the airport, Jota, I would say Friday is a good call with the timings, with everything. You know what iniBuilds are like. The trailer's already out. With the pre-release, obviously the pre-release showcase is being shown now. It is a safe bet. It is a safe bet. Looks good. Just imagine if Hong Kong got photogrammetry. Yeah, Yeah, exactly. I mean, Tokyo got it, so I don't know. Maybe it's just a bit harder to get the coverage over in China. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the whole privacy thing with China or uh, Tokyo have got it. Now, one thing I will say with the airport is that you'll see that they have, we'll go over it, but they have put the newest terminal in construction. So you will see cranes and you will see it partly being made, which is interesting. They've actually said they're going to include a free update, which again, I don't think anyone would be buying an update like that personally. But when the newer terminal is completed, this will be updated and it will be completed in a future update, and it will be free. You can hear planes. That is just flight traffic. I haven't turned any other traffic on. If it gets annoying, then I will disable it for now. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You will see that this part of the island, which I think is more like an entrance. It almost looks like, because the airport is so big, it's almost like a filter entrance to the main airport itself. That again, that is just a guess. Now, funnily enough, on Google Maps, the new terminal is a little less developed than what we've got on iniBuilds. So this is the Hong Kong boundary crossing facility. As you can see, the ground texturing isn't great, in my opinion. But again, its limitations, I'm going to assume it's going to be all to do with what was able to, be added in. All of the buildings are here though, which is interesting. All of the border sort of toll booths, I guess. Did you have the W's before? I was happy with that. I haven't got the WF scenery one. So unfortunately, guys, it'll be up to you to give me some of the comparisons, if you like, because I haven't seen it or used it, so I can't make any fair comparisons. But if you are going to make comparisons, guys, obviously be grown up about it. Be nice about it. All you have to say is one version is nicer than the other. That's kind of what it is. Now, as you can see here, I don't know if it looks like it is a incline and it is actually supposed to be there. Yeah, I think it is. But all the roads seem to be done. All the buildings seem to be done as well. For the most part, there's not much here, There's quite nice detail around the edge of the island as well. Again, I don't know if this is default or it's been implemented in. That's definitely an auto-generated building. Just random. Yeah, it has the bridge going across and everything. Yeah, they've actually tried to do some of the underground work as well. There is a lot of that in the airport as we go over to the airport. Yeah, so it is fair to say that WF are doing WF Scenery are doing a version 2 update. Again, you guys will have a better idea of, I guess the quality and the overall modeling and texturing. What looks the best? What feels more like Hong Kong? It's not an airport that I fly out of a lot. Again, this is where you guys come into play. If you fly out of here in real life a lot, if you fly out of here in the sim a lot, then this will definitely, you will definitely be able to see what iniBuilds have done. It's one airport that I've never actually been to in real life, and it's not an airport I've visited in the sim at all before now. But the modeling and the texture work is this, as what it is with any iniBuilds scenery. It's quite interesting that iniBuilds have gone from the start of the year with Dallas Fort Worth, a massive airport, straight on to something like Hong Kong. It's very brave, and I can only really say kudos to iniBuilds for taking on the first two of 2026, such a massive scale, you know. I thought they might do Liverpool next. Is that an actual go-kart track on the roof? Wow. And again, this is my first look. I haven't seen a lot of this, and there's a lot of it. I don't really know which way to do this. We could go and have a look at the in construction part of the new terminal and apron. And I think is it a new runway as well? It does look like that, doesn't it? Or is it a new runway, or is it an existing runway just with a really, really big, massive it looks like it was an existing runway and they've just built around it. Photogrammetry looks pretty rushed. I mean, it's satellite imagery. I don't know if iniBuilds have been able to get any. Here, for example, I would have liked to seen, you know, the bridges either removed or replaced, or at least with something a bit more modeled. But again, I'm assuming the satellite imagery is a limitation of the sim and iniBuilds reference material. I don't think they've been able to get a more higher quality version. They did visit Hong Kong, so it is the reason why we're seeing the buildings looking so authentic. But ground texture, and yeah, I will admit it's not amazing. It for seeing all of the real buildings around here, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it? I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. There's even already been a runoff for the new runway. Okay. 3 runways have been in use for a few years already. Perfect. Thank you so much. EGG Simon, good to see you. Have we heard anything at all about Liverpool since they first announced it? No. I've not heard anything, and they haven't released any further updates with Liverpool. Personally, I could see Liverpool being on the same level as something like Leeds Bradford version 2. Here is the... Wow, okay. Now, obviously, we've seen iniBuilds do this with Cape Town. Animated cable cars. It's not a unique thing that iniBuilds are doing. There's many other developers and freeware developers even that are doing cable cars. And this one's got quite a little route to it. iniBuilds with Jakarta, Madrid, Kuala Lumpur, yeah. I'm pretty sure iniBuilds were doing... I'm sure they were doing... Oh, I can't remember. Were they doing Islamabad? They were doing something over there. I can't remember. They teased it in a screenshot that they visited, and they never ever announced it. In case any of them are watching, it'd be great if iniBuilds are watching. I think the iniBuilds do share my live streams via their social media. I've not actually seen iniBuilds in the live chat before with their sort of iniBuilds name, but obviously always welcome. All right, thank you. Just nice to have that iniBuilds give us the landmarks. Yeah, again, others may want... Wow, this cable car is something I would never ever go on. I'm not great with heights. Also, if they're going that fast, count me out. They teased Indian airport. It was bang. Yes, it was. Yes, exactly. And tier models did it. Yeah. Tier models do sell via iniBuilds, but I'm pretty sure iniBuilds teased Bangalore. You are right. Yeah, it was absolutely Bangalore. That was it. There we go, guys, and this is where you end up. Oh, hang on. No, you. Oh, okay. Wow. Ah, yeah. Okay, so there's the Buddha over here. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, and I've sent them quite a lot of reference material for Liverpool. Also, there's a couple of guys who work at Liverpool that I might have sent iniBuild some stuff as well. But they do that for every scenery. Is that some pink? Oh God! Oh, hang on, guys. Oh no. Yes, but iniBuilds generally always ask people for reference because they did for Manchester as well, and they actually went to Manchester and did a lot of spent a lot of time at Manchester. So I think they ask for reference material just for added detail to see if they can obviously get a lot. That is very nicely done. Very nicely done. Take a little screenshot of that, I think. Let me just read through. Yeah, Bangalore, yeah, and then released it. Maybe they just helped with it. Maybe they did. I don't know. I think it was iniBuilds who announced it. Do we need a Madrid? Hope iniBuilds do it. Latin one. It's getting. Yeah, so what I would say is I think coming into 2024, even with this being out for obviously 2 years now, a lot of the airports now, other developers are doing much, more detailed and more complete versions. Obviously, iniBuilds in Manchester, we had a Mako Simulations one, which was never complete. Tier models also did Manchester, so I don't think personally iniBuilds would be sort of bothered about others doing other sceneries, if that makes sense. They definitely just do it themselves. I know I've gone away from the airport, guys, but I'm just gonna have a look at the bridges. This is the tunnel, isn't it? Like the bridge that goes into the tunnel. Did they do? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did, mate. I did. I looked at it right at the start of this the stream, mate. They have included, but you have to buy the scenery. You have to buy Hong Kong Airport to get the city pack, which is free basically. With the airport. This is quite nice. I mean, obviously they put a little faked wall in there to make it look like a tunnel, but it's really nicely done. And considering this is going to be something that you would see on approach, so 747 coming off the taxiway there. I do hate the zoom. When it zooms in, you lose all of the detail, don't you? I hope this gets fixed. Have you noticed that? Let me just scoot over to this one, and then we'll get back to the airport that no one can use. That's Fort Worth, yeah. I think generally just the size of these airports now, because they're getting so much. Yeah, so that one's not done. They haven't bothered with that one. They haven't bothered with that one at all. It's not that far either. Anyway, our next UK airport, yeah. So technically, next UK airport. So, it could be any time this year. It doesn't mean it was their next airport. It just means the next UK one is Liverpool. It could be November. Do you know what I mean? So. But yeah, can't wait for Liverpool. Obviously, obvious reasons. I'm very much looking forward to exploring that. I mean, you could probably fit about 10 or 20 Liverpool airports into this island, but let's have a little look around, guys, because we've spent a while looking around the perimeter, and I'm sure there's probably things that I've forgotten. I think for me, mostly, When you start looking around this perimeter, you're going to see a lot of the satellite imagery coming through. When you get onto the airport, iniBuilds have done quite a nice job of, fixing what they can with obviously grass and other textures. The traffic that you can see here is just flight traffic, but there is some of these here, these business jets, these are part of the scenery. In fact, guys, I will just take just flight traffic out the mix just so we can see what is part of the scenery and what's not. But yeah, we got a couple of, I would say, Global 6000, 5000, G800, stuff like that. Some Learjets as well. Quite nice. Yeah, they are. Good to see you, Alex, mate. Thank you for coming in. Channel moderator and good friend, Alex. But yeah, they are really. I mean, iniBuilds are a massive team. They've got multiple locations around the world. They're in a position where they can release aircraft and airports, once or twice a month. A little bit of floating. Little bit of floatage there, but I'm just surprised that they've gone into 2026 and gone with Dallas Fort Worth and then Hong Kong, two of the biggest airports in the world. We have also got Atlanta Airport by Orbex coming up as well. That's going to be quite interesting. Hartsfield. But can't deny it. The detail in the buildings and the texture work going on with the buildings is fantastic. It is good to see. For me, what's that? Oh, that was the. You could see the actual. That's good. The level of distance on the models, the LODs rather, on the models of the. What would you call them? God, I've completely forgot the name of them. Sky carts. Chairlifts. They're not chairlifts. You know what I mean, but the LODs on them are pretty nice. I actually thought it was a plane, but I turned the just flight traffic off. So 50 people, wow, thanks for support, guys. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. Please do subscribe to the channel. I do go live with iniBuilds releases before release as much as I can. I do other videos. I do freeware videos, trailers, cinematics. I try to do a bit of everything. So if there's nothing that you see straight away, you might like something down the line. Also, as well, if you do subscribe and enter the giveaway, you are in with a better chance. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it, especially because this live stream was only scheduled about 4 hours ago. So yeah, thank you so much. It does look really, really good. Could picture iniBuilds Sydney, yeah. I mean, I don't think iniBuilds are too bothered about doing other airports that others have done. I think when it comes down to it, they will. There's a limit. I think if there's a really, really good scenery that just doesn't need to be done, I think there's a point of where most developers will be like, yeah, I'm not going to bother. And what I would say with this, when we get to the terminals, I know we're having a good look around these buildings, guys, and that is part of what I do on the channel, because I know people do want to see the whole airport before they buy. It is something that people want to see before they spend their money, which is fair enough, because as I say, I think this one will be on the higher level price and the premium one. I think you're looking at Dallas Fort Worth price for this. Their top end $23.99, I would imagine. I've got no confirmation on price yet, unfortunately. Scenery does look really, really good. Orbex in general have gone down. Orbex seem to be using a lot of indie developers now. I don't see a lot of Orbex created in-house scenery anymore, which is a bit of a shame. But I think there's so many third-party developers now. It's getting very, very hard to stay ahead of the game. The intricacy is fantastic with iniBuild stuff. Look at this. To get that intricate with antennas is and the wires on the antennas is incredible. But yeah. I believe Atlanta is being done by the same guy who did is that Stockholm? Yeah, like I said, I think Orbex has just basically got their in-house developers who are kind of their own entity, and then publish the scenery to them like an exclusive, really. The same way as iniBuilds have kind of got it going on with other third-party developers. There's some developers who will only sell under the iniBuild store. Wow, there is a ton of Cathay Pacific service vehicles here, all custom modeled, by the way. Look at this. If you want to see really, really good custom modeled vehicles, which these are fantastic, you obviously just can't see through the window. The guys at Flight Simulations, the guys who have done a couple of the Brazilian airports, those guys do fantastic object creation, like ground vehicles and stuff like that. I did come over here to see, where was it? There we go. A tennis court on the roof. So if you work for Cathay Pacific ground crew, then you're well looked after. On your break, you can just come up for a bit of, tennis or badminton or whatever. Look at that. They've even put the stilts up. Nice bit of detail. Because, it'd be quite easy just to have them all lined up and all look the same. But there's a bit of variation to it, which is nice. I'm sorry that I'm missing some of your comments, by the way, guys. It is there's a lot of you guys in more than usual, so I apologize. Making my own spreadsheet with available sceneries and development. Happy to share with you guys. Yeah, Ahmed, come into the Discord if you are interested, guys. My Discord and social media is linked in the stream description. Please consider popping in and joining the discussion. Share your screenshots, your videos. There's a self-promotion page, of course. Get your content in there and feel free to share. Aerodessa in the chat has been in and does excellent work on all a database on photogrammetry areas, which is more detailed, which is rendered better in the simulator, which is fantastic. The website is amazing, guys. I just want to go through and have a little look. Steve, VR Flight Sim Guy, good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much. Nothing on that tennis court, though. No, no people on there. By the way, guys, we're only a little bit into it, and we've still got the giveaway later on in the stream, so please do stay in for that. I've got a copy. I will make sure that anyone who wants to enter is entered, and you'll see it on screen. You'll have a tick next to your name. I'll make sure that everyone wants to be in the giveaway is in it. This will be sent to you as soon as possible, as in once the scenery is released, it'll be as soon as possible. It's PC only, guys. Obviously it's 2024 only, with it being iniBuilds, and you will need obviously an iniBuilds account to take advantage of that. We've had a good look over here. A lot of ground service equipment, aerials. I know obviously the airport's sort of not flanked because we've got the sea over there, but we've got all the mountains over the top there, providing a gorgeous backdrop to this airport. Hong Kong is definitely somewhere in the world I'd love to go to in real life. But yeah, guys, I'm on Discord. Everything's linked in the stream description, include my social media. Please, if you're on social media, I'm on each one of them. If you're not a Facebook person, I'm on Instagram. I'm on X or Twitter, whatever they like to call it nowadays, and TikTok as well. Everything that I do, live streams and video releases and everything else in between, aviation and flight sim and screenshots will be posted on there. So please do consider that as well. I'm on my way to be hitting 5,000 subscribers as well, which was interesting. Something I'd never thought I'd even want to do. But yeah. We're back down here. Let's go into the center. This little 747 DC-10 TriStar hybrid. Nicely textured. Look at that. You can see the scorch marks and everything on it. All the steps and ladders and everything going up there. Fantastic, guys. Now, obviously, I know you're interested to see the terminal. There's a lot of interiors with this as well. How's the FPS on your PC? Well, let's have a little look, guys. I showed you before what settings I was getting. I think I might have limited mine to 60 FPS now, but if you're interested, I won't keep it on screen too long. But as you can see, there's no anti-aliasing on there, no DLSS. I'm not using frame generation. I could very well be to make things a lot better, but there you go. My settings are in the stream description. Sorry, my specs are in the stream description. I'll keep this on screen for a bit longer. It doesn't really impose on the screen too much. I've not really experienced any stutters. I would say personally, if I'm going to be incredibly honest with iniBuilds, performance is better than Dallas, but Dallas is surrounded by photogrammetry. So keep that in mind. Dallas Fort Worth is surrounded by photogrammetry. It's not the very best photogrammetry, and obviously Hong Kong has got absolutely no photogrammetry around it, so that will be helping. Hangars look fantastic. Look at this. Wow. You will have to remember one of our moderators, Alex. You definitely remind me to go into night lighting before we announce the winner of the giveaway, because you know what I'm like. Absolutely terrible. Posters Rashid, thank you so much, Ahmed. I really appreciate it. What are your opinions on iniBuilds Manager? I think it's one of the best. I think Contrail do it nicely. Orbex have some kind of configuration, but it's you know, others are better. We've got some leakage on the water here. You can see that iniBuilds have done a lot of like landscaping. You can actually see where they've sculpted the terrain and then put this sort of dock face along, but there's a bit of water spillage there, which, to be honest, it adds to it. I get it's nice enough, you know. I think the ini manager is great. I think it works as intended. The software, I don't think I've ever had any issues with it. I personally would love to see iniBuilds and others, because there's quite a few developers now giving you the option to turn off interiors to airports. I think all developers, when building their airports, should give you a option to turn off interiors completely. I'm seeing it more and more nowadays, but yeah, I'd like to see the option to, because if you don't want an interior and you're not too bothered, or your system may be struggling, you know, admittedly, developers are getting so much better with interiors now, and making the scenery still optimized enough to, you know, run at a nice frame rate and sort of stutter free. But again, it would be nice if, for us, if we could say, well, I don't want that scenery, I don't need it. It'll give me a few extra frames and a bit nicer performance. So yeah, I would love to see that. But apart from that, ini manager's perfectly fine. They always, for the most part, offer a GSX profile, which might be a nice point before we get to the actual terminals, guys, is to discuss the features, because there's quite a few on this one. The modeling on the approach lighting and the sort of the track, if you like, or the walkway here is really nicely done. All custom lighting as well. Really, really nice to see. Do you do long haul or speed up the sim rate? Do you do long haul or speed? I don't. I mean, Paul, I don't really do long haul, mate. This would be an airport that'll be very rarely used by me. And I don't mind admitting that. I am fully open about kind of where I fly. I mostly fly GA around the US and the UK and some other places. Started doing a bit more around Switzerland and Austria, but I like the little small airports, the grass strips, the small GA airports. So yeah, I very rarely do long haul, mate. But yeah, I want to do further in GA flights, get into some of the smaller biz jets as well. Options, mate. Options to configure the airport. No, what? Oh. Sorry, mate. Sorry. 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 I read it wrong. I'm just skimming through it. Yeah, I apologize. The options, there is options, but we don't get it, unfortunately, Jota. I've noticed with the pre-release, we don't get the GSX profile, and we also don't seem to get the option to fill about with those options. So I couldn't tell you what the options are, unfortunately. Let me just have a little quick look at the ini manager, just in case, because as far as I'm aware, that becomes active once they've done the first kind of update or the released update, but I don't think it's on there. I will check for you now, though. Okay, so I have got it. So landside cars, 3D people, ground service equipment, static aircraft, the Ngong Ping 360 animated cable car. That was the name of the thing, cable car. Chinese New Year decorations. I don't know where those are. I'll have to double check and see if I can see where they are. But they're the things that are toggleable. That's a word. They're the things you can change in the ini manager. That's what I'm showing right now. Worth every frame. The taxiway merging with the imagery is really abrupt and weird. I suppose, but I also suppose that's because of the satellite imagery that they're getting, the same as what we saw before with around the surroundings of the airport. It's not the most, eye-popping ground textures, is it? Even for the sort of the grass and everything. It's just a massive airport, isn't it? All the construction work. Again, this will be added in a future update as a free update. But when this is completed, iniBuilds have said this will also be completed in the simulator. Almost like it was just slapped on. I mean, yeah. Cathay livery on the A350, yeah. The retro. I got to see the retro one at Manchester the first time it came in. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, the imagery, Airborne Geek, is just low around this area, even into the city and around the outskirts. I think you probably missed it before, but yeah, I think just the amount of imagery they've been able to get their hands on just isn't. Yeah, it's not the best, is it? But yeah, I like what they've done with this, though. It looks so cool, like to have it, incomplete. Look at that. Really cool. Here we go. Out the roof. Oh, you can't go out the roof. Okay. Look, there's even a window missing. Can we get out the window? Yeah, we can. There we go. Look at that. Panes of glass missing. Taxiway incomplete. They're even putting another control tower in there as well. What have we got for the control tower? Have we actually got an interior? Let's have a little... Oh, hang on now. Look at this. Hey. Nice. That's one thing iniBuilds and many others can do really well, is the glass simulation, or at least the glass materials in on their buildings. The obligatory iniBuilds reusable cups as well. Fantastic. Good to see. Again, look at all that we've still got to look at as well. Lots of interior modeling on this one. It's quite insane compared to Dallas Fort Worth, which is quite funny, because I'm pretty sure there's a whole interior there. There's one all the way along there. There's one over there. Pretty cool. Did iniBuilds say they had the retro livery in the manager, or is it just the release? I think I saw it on flightsim.to, but I don't know if it's in the ini manager. Have I still got ini manager up? Let me have a look. But they showed it on the trailer, didn't they? So, God, where livery's gone? A350. They've put the new Lufthansa 100 years one on there, but they haven't put the Cathay Pacific one on, unless it's with the other Cathay Pacific liveries, which, to be honest, my ini manager is struggling to scroll down at the minute. Surely they would have put it on the top, nearer to the... I can't see it in the ini manager. I'll turn that off for now, though. iniBuilds releasing GTA 6 before GTA 6, probably. Probably. Again, guys, obviously, I know a couple of you have discussed about WF scenery. We can't obviously do a live stream like this and not mention it, because it is the other payware version. Those guys are obviously doing an update version 2 on theirs to include the new terminal and lots of other things. Look at the dirt on the glass here, though. Pretty cool. Funky carpet. Wow. Okay, can we go down here? Wow. Okay. Really nicely done. I've left a lot of open space. Again, I've never been here in real life, so you guys will have to comment. We're still getting the static people. I did notice, I didn't even see that iniBuilds in Manchester does have some animated people in the Terminal 2 interior. I've noticed, and I didn't even notice that when I did my live stream. I don't think they added it in either. Pretty cool. What's it like on performance? Well, I've kept my debug menu on the top right of the screen, guys. If you can see it, it seems to be between 50 and 60. Minimal stutters, which is a massive thing for my system. If it's not stuttering, then it's very good optimized, very greatly optimized. With so much construction going on at Chinese airport, it's going to be a nightmare. Everyone keeping updated. I'm telling you. Problems with the release, I could imagine. They do a bit over the top with the details. Not that they... Yeah. No, they do. Yeah, it does depend on your landing. If you land, if you land right onto the gate, then you will see the scenery, the interiors. He was here a couple of weeks ago. Well, do you know what? I think it's always a good sign when people either work at the airport or have visited regularly, or have visited and they just remember that the actual scenery is so spot on, and that will always give any developer a boost and a bit of pride for sure. This is only a remote sort of pier, terminal, if you like. I'm assuming everything's done underground. Let me just have a little look at the feature list as we sort of go along the walkway here. The airport handcrafted ground textures. I don't know about that. Personally, bespoke runway apron and landside materials, possibly ground textures, probably to do with anything that they've done in terms of roads, runways, taxiways, stuff like that. True to life landside recreation with custom decals, vegetation and infrastructure. Accurately modelled and positioned dynamic airport lighting. Extensive collection of handcrafted buildings, vehicles and bespoke objects. Highly detailed terminal interiors with exterior structures. HD jetways with intricate detailing. That's their words, not mine. Up-to-date airport layout reflecting the current world configuration. Bespoke taxiway signage built to real-world specification. Official GSX profile included. Optimized LODs built with the latest SDK features and full ini manager capability. Underneath, the terminal currently under construction in real life will be completed and added free of charge in a future update. Personally, I'd ask questions why they'd charge for that if that was to be the case, but they're not. But I think personally, I'd always ask the question why a developer would charge for that kind of update. That's me. I don't know if I think personally it always depends on the size of the project. If you're going in and doing a full rework of a scenery, if you're doing a native 2024 package and completely redoing your 2020 scenery, then yeah, maybe if your team have had to go back into it. But yeah, jet bridges look awesome. Yeah, they do. You know, the scenery is good. Sorry. Yeah, well, I mean, I could do the smallest airport and still take hours on the live stream, Jota. So it's not just this one. I can promise you that. Check to floor. Oh, hang on. Yeah, you are right. You are right. You are right. There's a floor underneath. You are right. You are. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a Hong Konger. This is crazy. It is fantastic, isn't it? Thank you so much to Emilian. Emilian, I think that's how you pronounce it. Check the second floor. Yeah, you're very, very right. That's because we did go underneath and underneath, didn't we? So thank you so much for pointing that out. Again, still fantastic. We can't enter the toilets in iniBuilds, so I'm deducting you a point for that. Observation. Oh, look at this. Now, this is what we're missing in some of the UK airports. Look at this. I mean, we get some, don't we? I know Prague's got one, and a couple of most of the UK ones have got rid of theirs. But look at this. A little smoking deck. Yes. But he's reading his blank book. He looks like Richarlison, who plays for Tottenham. Anyway. If you know your football, you'll understand. What are you looking at? Do you see that terminal over there, love? iniBuilds will be including that in a future update. And if you buy the scenery, if you buy the airport, you'll get the Hong Kong scenery package for free. Or she's pointing at the radar site and going, you see that? That's a TDM 350 camera, that, and it can point at about 200 miles away. That was all. Oh, what are you doing? The death stare. That's Richarlison, that. He plays for Tottenham. Sorry, guys, I'm having a weird one. I do professional streams. It is better than the one from Samsung. I mean, the city pack, yeah, I definitely say the scenery, the landmarks pack that iniBuilds will be included in this airport. scenery is definitely because the texture, just the model and texture work is miles better. Little sort of internet cafe here. The obligatory iniBuilds recyclable cup again. See, we can't have this in the UK. This will not work. If you put this in Manchester or Liverpool airport, it's not staying that neat, and you definitely will not have your plant anymore. I can say that because I'm from Liverpool, so. But it's true. We can't have anything nice in the UK. It's really detailed, and by the way, it looks like all of that terminal over there has got an interior as well. So we're in for a long one, guys. Get your Red Bull, your Monster down you, because oh, come on, iniBuilds, get the animated lifts in there. You know you need to. You know you need to. Having a turn, Brian? Yeah, I am, mate. I am. I am. Is it better? Oh, sorry. Is it better? I think the landmarks pack is. But yeah. You can finally play Microsoft Flight Simulator on the computer in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Imagine. Look at this. I tell you what, and my system, apart from maybe the odd micro stutter, 50 to 60 around the airport, kind of hugging the lower 50s inside the terminal. Very smooth. Fair play to them, like. iniBuilds with the product placement there, although you can't really tell. Fantastic. I mean, this area here, I would say very much, I would say yes, because, you know, the aircraft are right on the stand here. Even if you never ever come and explore these sceneries for yourself when buying the sceneries, then you from the flight deck you will see this detail. But again, iniBuilds have done it to a standard where it's not eating performance. Would it give you extra performance not being here? Probably, and that's why I'm saying that it could be good for ini to start using the option to not delete, but to disable the interiors if you want to, because I know others are doing it, and I think it's just a nice option. What flights go from the satellite terminal? Haven't got a clue. I really don't know. Best way to do it is probably go onto Flight Radar and kind of have a look, because it should tell you. I can have a quick little look. So from that, oh, hang on. From that one, can't tell. There's nothing on there that's giving me any kind of indication. Because it's quite quiet. Because it's 5 AM in the morning, that's why. I'm sure someone might be able to answer, but I couldn't tell you right now. Let's see what you guys are saying. Is there any chance to go down along the elevator to see if they build the underground? Yeah, we could do. Yeah. What does it look like at night? I will do that, mate. I will do that. Yes. Option to remove interiors would be good. As I say, I know other developers. Oh God, other developers are doing it. Where is the escalator? I know there's an escalator up here. Some toilets up here, not much else. I'd imagine there's probably a cluster of more shops here, more restaurants. They're just not modelled in. But I could be completely wrong. Also, I don't know what they did, but now felt really stutter-free this morning with a lot of traffic. I don't think is that Doha? Because admittedly, yeah, that wasn't the very, very best performing airport by iniBuilds. From what I can remember, I did do a live stream for that one. Let's see if we can just glitch through. I don't think we've got anything to take us down. No, I don't think they've done anything with like the train underneath or anything. What's this? No, I think that's just a tunnel underneath. Let's have a look at some of this ground service equipment though while we're here. Some of the authentic, but look at that. So this is nice to see that we're getting the authentic buses and the vehicles that are seen at the airport. Really nice to see. I'd love to see iniBuilds get onto the animated ground vehicles, like sort of the likes of Aerosoft, MK Studios have done it. But yeah, I'd like to see iniBuilds get, just if they're not going to do animated passengers, then animated ground vehicles will be fantastic to see. And they're very, very nice ground vehicles as well, all custom modelled. Really, really cool. I will do the night lighting, guys. I just want to obviously get through the airport and have a look. Dubai, yeah, I mean that was a long time ago, wasn't that? That was even before Doha, wasn't it? The terminal in night and day this terminal is night and day 2 WF sceneries, and I'm happy that I've been provoked to doing right. I doubt they would have done it without the iniBuilds version. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean this is it. It's a good point, isn't it? And it's great. It's it's great competition, bit of friendly rivalry, I guess, and a bit of friendly doing the same scenery, but that's outdone our one. Let us go and upgrade ours. It's good to see. I love that a developer has done that and thought, you know what, we're not just going to be like, oh, let them have the better version, let them have the most up-to-date version. We'll update ours and we'll bring the new terminal and we'll bring some more added, pizzazz to the scenery. It's great to see. Others wouldn't be so bold and try that. I think others would probably just be like, nah, fair enough. The jetways are brilliant though, aren't they? Really nicely detailed. Those airports are one of the better performing airports for any in my perspective. Yeah, weaker ones, the British and the American ones. Bit bigger, aren't they? Yeah, I mean it's hard. I mean I don't know the size of WF Scenery's team, and I mean people are always going to have the struggle because of the size of these bigger studios like iniBuilds. They've got 5 or 6 different offices around the world. The teams can be split into, they're almost the same size as some of full gaming studios, where they can allocate a team to do their aircraft and allocate the team to do their bigger international hubs, and then some to do the smaller airports. So it's no surprise that they are chucking out so many airports, and they're doing it with a lot of detail. But then you've also got to realize that the funds behind iniBuilds, they're allowed, and for most of the time they go to these airports and take reference images. They go and see the airport for their own, with through their own eyes, and that will always help. If you guys are not aware, there's a smaller studio of about 2 or 3 guys in the UK that are doing small airfields, airports in the UK called Burn and Blue Designs, and they go and visit the airfields and airports around the UK, and you can definitely tell in their sceneries. I mean, look at this. Bit of flicker on the glass there, but I would say I think glass on glass is still an issue for developers. But when they say intricate, they weren't wrong. Priority seats here as well. Really, really nice. This looks fantastic, guys. I am very, very I don't think it's as big maybe in scale, square footage, as Dallas Fort Worth, but I think this is it's densely populated. There's a lot of objects and a lot of buildings. They've been able to really pack in a lot. There's definitely more interiors. I think there's only one terminal on Dallas Fort Worth that has been modeled interior wise, not terminal buildings, but just the interior. There's a lot of look at this. Like, it's not just the interior, it's the actual items inside the interior to make it stand out, like, the Amiga watch here. I can only imagine that is actually there. Again, this is for some of you guys who have visited the airport to make that comment. But it's very nicely done, and just there's a lot of it, isn't there? Starbucks coffee in the wrong font. Do you think that maybe they run into some kind of, like, I don't know, because it's the same logo. Do you think by using the wrong fonts they get around, like, copyright and stuff? I don't. So for the giveaway, guys, if you are interested in a giveaway, I've got one copy. So cross your fingers, get yourself active in the chat. I will announce the giveaway within the next. It's going to be the next hour, because we still have a lot of the scenery to look at. Again, like with all my giveaways, I'll put it on the screen. You can see whether you entered. When you're happy with it, I'll announce the winner. I'll show you me clicking the button on the screen, and again, I will just say again, it's PC only. It's 2024 only, because obviously iniBuilds don't develop for 2020 anymore. And again, this is pre-release, so it will be sent to you on release. I do need a way to contact you if you are the winner. So before we end the live stream, I will make sure the winner is. I've got the winner's contact details, and we'll take it from there. No release date yet confirmed to me or others. I'm assuming it's going to be very soon. Price, again, is a guess. I'm going to imagine this is going to be priced the same as Dallas Fort Worth, maybe £23.99, £23.99. So, on the top end. Departure boards are nice, nicely crisp and clear there as well. Could be cool if the watch work. Nice little details like that. If they're not going to make the people animated, which I've got to admit most developers now do. There's no people up here, for example. that doesn't really bother me, but I mean, look at this. It's incredible. It really is. What have you got down here, mate? Nice burger and chips and a drink. Nice. See if the clock works. I don't think it works. I don't think it does anyway. It's a good shout. What is it? No, it doesn't work. There is developers doing that though. I've seen that work. What have you set the ground texture quality to? Everything's in the ultras, mate. As I say, I've done this a few times, but just texture quality, texture resolution's ultra. I mean, most of mine's ultra. I can afford to turn things down, guys. I realize that I do really, really up my graphics to the point of where it's not needed in some cases. Wait, did you see his head then? Can you look at the jet bridge in detail? I mean, there's a couple of different jet bridges. I noticed that there's a few. Let me just go through and see, because as you'll notice, there is areas of these interiors that I've got I'm assuming these are the Chinese New Year decorations that you might be able to turn on and off in the ini manager. Oh, look at this. Wow. Okay. Loads of different levels. Tap and brew. Even the green tint is cool. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? As I said before, iniBuilds do a fantastic job with the glass texturing. Even, I mean, we get a bit of flickering because, as I say, I think glass through glass is still quite an issue anyway with most developers. Actual vendor machines here. It's a 2D texture, but I think they're quite high quality for even what they need to be. I think most of it, not copy and paste, but I think most of it is repeated to a point. It's not most likely going to resemble the terminal completely. I don't think. I think there's going to be some discrepancies, but for the most part, it is very well done. Jet bridges. Let's have a little look. If you guys didn't tune in, I did the MK Studios Key West scenery, and you could walk all the way around the terminal and then go through the jetways and right on to, well, I tested it with the Phoenix A320, and you could walk all the way along the jet bridges. All this was open, and you could walk all the way along it. It was fully textured inside, and then straight onto the Phoenix A320. It was so cool. Nothing that you'd probably use, but you know, it was well done. They'd done a fantastic job of doing that. I probably will have to start parking an aircraft onto the gate, I think, for these live streams, and you know, testing the jet bridges. But I'm assuming our good friend of the channel, a gentleman that I've praised a lot. If you go and check out Virtual Airline Pilot Lee's channel, when he gets his hands on this, he will definitely give it the once over. He will test those jetways. Let's flick it on. Let's have a little look. Let's see what these yes, look at, there you go. This is way more interior than Manchester. It's got more interior than Manchester, hasn't it? Jeff who? Did they say Jeff? I mean Lee. Virtual Airline Pilot Lee. Look at the reflections in the floor as well. Wow, wow, wow. Very nice. Jeff Bridges. I mean, Jeff Bridges has been known to do some fantastic Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 reviews on his YouTube channel, I must admit. No, but Virtual Airline Pilot Lee, I'm sure he will be taking a look at this at some point on his channel, and he definitely checks all of the Jeff Bridges and tells you a good amount of history and every kind of statistic of the airport. Really, really cool. Yeah, it is fantastic, Jota. Yeah, I mean the level of I think the LODs as well. I think their level of distance on the objects is brilliant. And I wouldn't expect them to do every shop or restaurant open. Luckily enough, everything's facing inwards as well, so you're not going to see this if you never go and explore the terminals. But really, really fantastic. iniBuilds have done a fantastic job. Looks like they've used the Heathrow lighting method. Yes, yeah. So the Heathrow, especially Terminal 5, is done very, very well. The same for here. I mean, the shadows and the lighting, look at that. I want to know who's going to be the first to do the Cathay Pacific. Look at the gate. Wow. Who's going to be doing the Manchester to Hong Kong Cathay Pacific on the A350 routes now? That's fantastic. Look at that. Absolutely huge airport, and the amount of interior, it's just, I'm just wondering now why they didn't do as much for Dallas. Like I said before, I'm assuming Dallas Fort Worth in square footage is bigger, but I can't see by much. There's a lot of like a lot of interior development with this. Oh, this is the bridge like Gatwick has got. Look at this, guys. Wow. I am not on Sim Update 5. This is still Sim Update 4. Sim Update 4, when I was on the beta, I did that because of the VR performance and the fact that you could record in full screen finally in VR. So that was a big plus for me. I didn't bother with it this time. I love Cafe, mate. Probably me once I've got the joystick. Yeah, just blow me away seeing, but Manchester isn't that good. Admittedly, it's I must admit I love iniBuilds Manchester because it is the most definitive Manchester we've got for sure. But I have to admit, this is just taking it up a notch, isn't it? It really is. Something about for me, iniBuilds Manchester was better than Dallas Fort Worth. But then this has taken, I think, the crown out of both of them. I think it now goes Hong Kong, Manchester, Dallas, Fort Worth. If we're speaking about recent releases, wow, look, Jesus Christ. I apologize for saying Jesus Christ, guys, but look. Like, I will admit, when certain phrases are used on feature lists on airport releases, like intricate, it is intricate. They've definitely used that in the I think that is the most we've dipped in performance there. I think we're down into the lower 40s now. But you have seen the settings I'm using, so keep that in mind as well. As soon as we said we're doing, is that Zurich? Is that, and then Hong Kong. Ini could have done a lot more with Manchester. I thought it was still great, Manchester. I mean, but I think Manchester was good, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. I think Manchester was good is because it's the best we've got. Mako Simulations never finished theirs. Tier Models is just it's you know, they're they do some nice sceneries, but they're not as the level of detail and the standard of modeling and texturing is a little behind the the bigger players in scenery development, is the nicest way I can put it. So in that case, Manchester was it is the best Manchester we've got. But when you're comparing it to something like this, yeah, I mean, I start to get a bit worried about Liverpool, if I'm going to be totally honest. That's nice lighting. Is iniBuilds or like is it just iniBuilds or like a partner like yeah, I don't know. Sorry, is it just iniBuilds? No, this is just iniBuilds. This is iniBuilds release. It's I know what you mean. No, sorry, no, this isn't a partner on the iniBuild store. This is an iniBuild scenery. Yeah. Did you already look at the construction between runway 07 center 07 left? Yeah, exactly. Any accuracy lots. I'm 2 now, Brian, mate. If that's what they're doing to Manchester, big sellers like this. Yeah. I'll have to reacquaint myself. Let me just have a little look. 07. So the construction between the center runway. Yes, I did take a look at that. So the developments, the construction developments that they are doing, it's basically being modeled as a construction site. So you can see that the actual terminal is like completely pitch black for now, and they will add this once it's finished in real life, which is fantastic. It's a free update, of course, but yeah, the construction on the new terminal, a few more bits over here like the apron and taxiways, they will add in a future update when it's completed, which is pretty cool. I will do a sort of a top-down view of the night lighting as we look just a bit later on, guys. Not too long now. But yeah, night lighting, again, I will say it, night lighting with iniBuilds sceneries is always generally really, really nicely done. Wow, there's just a lot more interior. Yeah, I'm not... It is puzzling because, as I say, I know Manchester at the time, and this is the thing, maybe they'll add more to Manchester, because when they visited Manchester, we do have to realise Manchester right now is going through a lot of construction as it is. So I think probably given them currently the benefit of the doubt, if they didn't ever update it, is that Manchester was only really... Terminal 2 was the only complete sort of terminal, wasn't it? Terminal 1. Terminal 3's got a tiny bit of interior to it in the scenery, but Terminal 1, there's nothing there, and that's the only terminal I've ever flown out of. So, yeah, it'd be nice if they went and updated it. Get Outdoors, hello, good to see you. Good to see everyone. I'll tell you what, guys, thank you so much for the support today. I do have a copy of this to give away for someone at the end of the stream, but as you know, with me, I do like to look at most of the scenery, if not all of it. It will give you a good idea of what to expect. I think this is a good way to see whether this is the right scenery for you, whether it's worth your hard-earned cash. And what I would say right now is that I think it's definitely worth a go. I think it's it's for anyone who's flying long haul. I think if you're flying your big jets, your A350s, your A380s, your Dreamliners, your 747s still, this will be one for you. Because iniBuilds of, again, there's just this certain level of detail, and I can't quite place my finger on it. Like we said before, is that this just, look at that. Oh my word. Now, again, this debug menu off now. Look at that, guys. Screenshot. Oh, where did my screenshot go? There we go. That is beautiful. All the custom cars, look at that. we've got a bit of floatage on the ground markings, but again, it's pre-release, guys. I will give iniBuilds their due when it comes to updates. They are very quick. I'd expect I'd expect a further update on this before it goes live, and then probably a week or two later. Terminal 2 was hardly done. They really didn't do much. Yeah, I mean, if you compare it to something like this, absolutely not. I really hope we get a full interior to Liverpool. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be getting full landside and airside. It's not a big terminal. It should well be within their capabilities. Again, looking at Leeds, Bradford, it's mostly done, isn't it? If not all done. They've done the full landside here. Look at it. I mean, there's no cars or anything, but there's people. The check-in desks are there. The entranceways. This guy is doing a David Blaine and walking through solid objects. Even missed the beginning, but I'll watch afterwards. No problem, Tom, mate. Thank you so much for popping in. The night environment. So I always really rate the night lighting in iniBuilds. It is always usually just spot on. Look at that. Are you walking through glass as well? No. But yeah, I am slightly worried about Liverpool. I hope we get a pretty much full interior to it. I am one for interiors. Look at that. These textures are really nice as well. Within the next half an hour, guys, I will be getting set up for the giveaway. You have to remain active in the chat. I won't be using any codes or phrases or anything. If you want to be entered, please make sure that you're in the live chat, being active, typing away, speaking to people, speaking to me, and you'll be entered. That's the easiest thing, is just to be entered. It's can't make it any simpler. Cost you nothing. Please do subscribe. It will give you a wow. Sorry guys, cut myself off, but look at this. Wow. That's fantastic. That's really cool. Yeah, please do subscribe. It'll give you a better opportunity to possibly win. Subscribers do get a 2 times multiplier, because I think it's only fair. It costs nothing to subscribe. You might find that some content isn't for you. You might find that actually you really like the content, you've only just found the channel. Or you might just find the content isn't for you, but yeah, you want to win this airport. It's absolutely fine, guys. There's a lot of this airport done. I don't know if this is like a in development area, or it's just supposed to be like check-in lines or security lines, but we've gone all the way around. It is stunning. Yes, I will look at airside, definitely. We've spent a lot of time looking at the terminal as well, and the landmarks and the surrounding infrastructure. We've done a lot, and it just carries on, doesn't it? And look at that. Even all of this is all modeled as well. They always do like roofing systems, if you like, really well. Heathrow's got some fantastic examples of that. It does look really nice. Are the airlines listed on the check-in desk? I haven't got a clue, mate. Let's have a little look. So we've got Cathay Pacific there. Ava Air. Nothing on these ones. Some more Cathay Pacific signs. Cathay Pacific drop off. I mean, the fact that every check-in desk it looks like it's model. This being Terminal 1, I don't think. Singapore, first class. China Airlines, Sky Priority. A couple of other sort of, don't bring knives and what have you in your bags and stuff. We've got a fair few. I'd probably say, your main ones are there. I would say some of the obscure ones are probably not listed, but everything's there. I said no release date yet. Not that I'm aware of, unless they've said that it's released now. I wouldn't be surprised with any builds, to be quite honest. The landside, apart from there being no vehicles, which again, we could argue the toss that they've done so much detail. Why isn't there no vehicles there? But I would like any. Oh God, have we still got more? Wow. Okay. I would like iniBuilds. What have we? Is this just underneath? Yeah. Wow. Okay. So there is multiple levels. Stairway to nowhere. Like, for me, there's part of this where I'm like, would I prefer there to be a bit more action out here with cars and taxis and stuff like that compared to some of the interior stuff? Yeah, possibly, but... And then, like, the ground texture here is just... It's not great, is it? But... it is what it is. I'm trying to give iniBuilds a benefit here and say that they just cannot get that type of satellite imagery to do it. And I think maybe if they were to spend time and just completely redo all this as their own ground texture and kind of guess what's there, it will probably take a lot longer, and it would probably cripple everyone's computer, because there would be so much more ground, not just the runways and the taxiways. There would be more layers of foliage, tarmac, grass. But it is a shame to see so much detail, but then the ground textures like this. I don't know what WF scenery is like. I don't know what they've managed to do with the ground texture in there. But yeah, overall, I think it's just fabulous. It really is. Not too sure what that is there, but anyway, a lot of ground surface equipment, which is nice to see. And then there is a nice sort of, not a top down, but you can see the whole airport there. Wow, this huge airport it is. Yeah, they usually would, but I know that they do one there to release, and then they'll do another one like a week later after, the general public has had a chance to look through it and kind of report things and stuff, which, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have to do that, but there's just with airport sceneries this big, it even with a load of people looking at different things, is it always easy to pick the smallest thing out, like someone glitching into glass, for example? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to it when you're looking at buildings and objects, and so much in one island. I'm just disappointed with the ground texture, and to be honest with you, but again, I'd like some confirmation on why it's limited, Really like the chill vibe here. It is, yeah. The glass again, glass and iniBuilds, and quite a few developers. They always do really nice work with the glass work. You know, there's still some airports you go in that have been made for the simulator, and you know there's no texture on one side. You know, which should never be a case now. What we'll do, guys, is we'll have a little overview of the night. I like to just put it like that, just so we've still got a tiny bit of light coming through on the sky. But we've got the night lighting on here. Let's throw in some. This is FSLTL because I know this will absolutely fill the airport with aircraft. More so than just flight. So I would fully expect frames to start chugging away. I mean, it's impressive. It is. It is. I can fly higher for an overview. Yeah, you'll start to see the airport hopefully now start populating with aircraft, but it's taking its time. You can't see that it's work. Oh, there they are. Because we're getting stutters. There we go, guys. That's the new iniBuilds Hong Kong. Not far off, I'd imagine. The trailer's out. The sort of the pre-release streams and videos on various channels are out. And again, I guess a couple of you guys have said it, but Friday seems to be iniBuilds day of choice, and I think it probably is, unless there's some kind of delay. Hot damn, this is a must buy now. It is fantastic. I mean, you can see the difference in the lighting as well. The green glass textures are still fully visible as well. I like that I know it sounds silly, but they haven't put any lights on the terminal over here. That could have been an oversight, in my opinion. They could have completely forgot that. This must still be a active control tower. Maybe it's already open. That's something that we didn't really look at with the night lighting, isn't it? Is the control tower. And I noticed there is a animated radar on these control towers. The stuttering now, guys, I'm going to fully put down to FSLTL and nothing else. Yeah, this is a rotating beacon here, look. It's pretty cool. It's fantastic. But like I said, guys, I know I've said it a few times in the live stream, so do forgive me, but I would appreciate any new subscribers. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will give you guys a better chance to win a copy. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Yeah, there's nothing on the channel that suits you. There might be every so often. You might like every video. You might not like every video. But yeah, I try and do a mixture of videos and streams. It's something I really like doing. This is my hobby. And yeah, every bit of support you guys give me, it does enable me to carry on. I don't upload as regularly as others because I unfortunately I can't do. I don't have that option. But I do like to make up for that by doing as many live streams as possible. Look at the lighting on the ceilings here. And look at this. Wow. Again, I would like to know if these are actually hung up in the airport control tower. I can only assume they are. I also am a bit jealous of iniBuilds. I've got to go up in the control tower here and got to see all this. It's pretty cool, isn't it? iniBuilds teased this airport in the release screen. They did, yeah. They did. They put this in the poster, yeah. They put it in a poster saying, you know, flying to Hong Kong, or do you want to fly to Hong Kong in the interior of Dallas Fort Worth? Yeah, you are right, and it was a nice little tease. But again, I do want to know what happened to Bangalore, because they definitely did tease that, and I don't think it was the tier models version. They definitely teased it as their airport, so I think maybe that might be their next international one, or at least their next sort of big airport. Night lighting's fantastic. I know one of you guys did want me to look at the taxiway signs and the runway textures. Admittedly, I haven't really looked at them, but with the lighting coming down this way like this, you'll actually see how good. If we just bring the lighting back a bit and have it kind of shining down on the runway, you'll see the textures a lot better. So with it shining down on here, you'll be able to see all of the little bits of changes of texture, and yeah, very nice, very nice indeed. A stream, good to see you. A little late to this one, no worries. I mean, definitely go back. It's one of the longer streams because of the size of the scenery. Obviously, we had the landmarks pack as well. We looked at the start of the stream, and this airport is no joke. It's absolutely massive. Again, you will notice the frames have dropped. We're in the lower 40s now, where we were in kind of the 50s and the 60s, and that is FSLTL. I've injected an awful lot of aircraft with it. Shouldn't the FSL connect to the jet bridges? I don't know. I know Just Flight does. Very nicely done. And again, since obviously the SDK allows for much better taxiway and apron and runway textures, they are fantastic. They really are. And he's selling the tier on their store, so probably won't be making their own. Not strictly true, because they also sell the Manchester one, and iniBuilds also do Manchester as well. So I think they were teasing their own Bangalore. If I'm going to be totally honest, I don't think it was anything to do with tier builds or tire builds, because as I say, tier builds do a Manchester, and it's sold through iniBuilds. Manchester do iniBuilds as well. iniBuilds do Manchester as well, but they did tease that a long time ago. That was on their Instagram stories as kind of like, guess where we are, and it was a short video at landing into Bangalore. So it's interesting that there's been no update on that. I don't think it was a tier build one. I might ask iniBuilds and see if that was actually them teasing their own version. What time are we on, guys? Well, we've actually gone for 2 hours now. It's a massive scenery. I'm actually, look at that. We're jumping through low 40s to high 30s. Again, this will be purely to do with FSLTL. But yeah, interesting that they aren't. I know you do have to give FSLTL time to start injecting the aircraft moving around the airport. Look at this though, guys. Look at the lighting coming through the glass here. Oh, I'm sorry, I get very excited about sceneries, as you can imagine. And this is so good. Look at that. Definitely screenshot time, isn't it? I think you do need to give FSLTL time to start injecting, moving aircraft, landing and taking off. But again, we're still not getting the really sort of natural movements of aircraft, the flares as they land or the rotations as they take off. It's something that we still don't get. Look at that. Can we get a bit more lighting into the terminal? The lighting on the roof is beautiful. Look at that. A little screenshot there. It's fantastic, isn't it? It really, really is. Sounds like we've got some moving aircraft. But yeah, it's good to see the airport scenery with some aircraft as well. Rotating radar there as well. Lovely stuff, guys. If you're still with me, if you're still there, this is your time to start being active in the chat now, guys, because I am going to start getting you lovely, lovely people who have been fantastic to me tonight. Absolutely fantastic. I can't ask for much more. So start being active in the chat, guys. If you want to win a copy, I only have one, sadly, to give away. That's all iniBuilds are giving me this time round. So cross your fingers, because I know a lot of you really, really like the look of this one. It is another fantastic one by iniBuilds. They've done another great job. I just hope that Liverpool is going to be on the same level of detail. And I know a couple of guys in the chat who I speak to nearly daily. Myself, obviously Liverpool's a local for me. I used to work at it. Nothing exciting. I used to work in a shop in the airport, but I got to see quite a lot of the airport terminal. It'd be lovely if iniBuilds have gone to the level of detail, or at least, you know, part of the way there with this, like Hong Kong. But yeah, guys, I am going to start asking you to get active in the chat. I'm going to now pull up the window for the giveaway as well. There we go. So this is probably going to take a while because there's a lot of you in this list. But I'll start just saying names out. Is Liverpool busier than airport than Birmingham? No, it's not. Newcastle, I'd also probably say it's not either as well. Leeds, Bradford, possibly. Leeds, Bradford might be a tiny bit busier, but it is rated the best airport in the UK, though. That's the thing. It's a seamless process getting through Liverpool Airport. If it really is. I'm not just saying that's because my local, it is proven. But no, Newcastle again. I've got some the likes of Emirates and stuff like that go there. What do we enter for the giveaway? Well, you're entering to win a copy of this. Again, PC only, guys. 2024 only. You'll need an iniBuilds account, but again, we can sort all that out closer to the time. And all you need to do is be active in the chat. So right now I've got Fuong V2 in it, Li Wen Cheng 04V, Fuong 2007, Check 6963, Marcelo. I've got QWERTY Moose. I've got G2 KY Selfco Amp M Ace Airstream. I've got Thompson 9536. Get Outdoors, you're in there. Jan Copilot. I've got the I'm just going to call you Gig because I'll say it the wrong I probably had this the last time. The Gigalitis, I've got you in there. Nighty Night or Night and Night. Maxi Croft. I've got EGG Simming, Paolo, Dave Cleary in there. I've got Ahmed. I've got Stem, Hornchin again. Sorry, Airborne Geek, Aerodessa, Zenix. I've got Jota Lopez. There is the fire up from FSLTL. Where are you going? That's the only thing about FSLTL. You couldn't see that, sorry guys. There was just a plane flying about 200 feet over the airport. You've just got to remain active in the chat, as in type away, comments. Don't be too silly, but also be nice. Reckon V2 would be able to beat iniBuilds. I don't know. A couple of guys in the chat have already said they'll have a good go, but they don't seem to think they will. But again, it's worth seeing, isn't it? Definitely going to be an interesting video if anyone does it. I might even try and give it a go and compare version 2 of their scenery to iniBuilds at the time. But yeah, good luck everyone. I'll give you another couple of minutes because we still have people entering. Listen guys, it's been fantastic. It's been a massive area to explore, and in the way that I usually do, I try and go to every little part of it. We've had the landmarks to pack to have a look at. I'm also noticing right now, you guys can't see it, is that the level of distance on the ground is fantastic. You can actually see all of the taxiway ground markings on the ground from this height. It's quite impressive. The taxiway markings, the runway markings are all visible. The level of distance, I would say, really fantastic. I think iniBuilds have done a good job of doing that, because admittedly some of their level of distance, a lot of popping on their earlier sceneries, and you guys will, I know, agree with me on that they were known for things just sort of popping in. It still happens in places, but for me, there's a lot to see from above there already. But yeah. Who's banned? Who's banned? Who's getting banned? What's your next stream, Brian? Dave, it was supposed to be tonight, but Friday night I'm having a look at St. Simons, so McKinnon St. Simons in Georgia in the United States. It's actually the Orbex latest one. It's actually Andreas Hegi, his scenery. It looked quite interesting. I'm going to showcase it on Friday with a giveaway. I've got a copy to give away of that one as well. So Friday, 7:30, I'll be back after this. And of course, you guys know I'll be, when Liverpool is available from iniBuilds, I will be there getting that one. K2KY, you're no longer active. So to be active, make sure that you're typing in the live chat. I think it's the only way. That's the problem is, guys, if I do a keyword, what happens is people give me the keyword in the chat, which is dead easy to do, and then I announce the winner and they've already gone, and then I've got to announce a new one. People get back in touch and I'm like, well, you weren't in the live chat, so what am I supposed to do? So active live chatter is a lot better, because 9 times out of 10 the person is there in the live chat. So if you're still listening to me, guys, and you want to be in the giveaway, I'm giving you 2 minutes now. Okay, 2 minutes. After that, so it's 21:40 now. It's 9 p.m. It's 9:40 p.m. in the UK. I'm giving you until 9:42 to get yourself back on the list, guys. I'm going through it there. If you're not on the list, get yourself in by chatting in the live chat. You'll get a little green tick next to yourself, and then when I press win, choose a winner, it'll choose from that list. Yeah, Airborne Geek, it's just Nightbot, but as I say, if you use a keyword, the problem that you've got is people might disappear. You could, you know, if you give them a keyword maybe earlier in the stream, then they might go from the stream. You might announce the winner and they've gone, and then it becomes an issue. You redo it and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, another live stream on Friday. That'll be Orbex's latest one. It's McKinnon St. Simons Island Airport over in Georgia in the US. I'll announce all upcoming live streams on my Discord and social media, so it goes on all of that. And also I always try to do a YouTube post announcing anything, including new videos. There's a new freeware video going up tomorrow as well, so there's going to be a stream today right now, obviously, and then there's going to be a new freeware video, so another 5, including a bonus airport, so 5 freeware airports plus a 6th bonus one. That's tomorrow at 5 o'clock UK. So if you want to discover some more freeware airports, that's a video, an on-demand video tomorrow for yourselves. And then Friday, another live stream and another giveaway. Yeah, 1 minute. It's technically 42 now, guys, so I'm going to announce a winner. So good luck to everyone. This has been a fantastic live stream, and it's another stunner from iniBuilds. I can't praise them enough. Apart from the ground texturing, which I just really don't think they've got a say on, or any kind of option to do better. Yeah, apart from that, absolutely amazing. And you guys have been amazing as well. If you have subscribed in this live stream, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get this on. It's been just so you guys know, it's been, I think, my highest performing live stream, which is just amazing. Just amazing. Thank you so much. Right, it is 43 now, so I've given you long enough. Drum roll, and good luck to everyone, and thank you. If you don't win, stay subscribed. You might win another live stream. There's loads. iniBuilds of you know, what are they gonna announce next? Right. Good luck. That's Simmer Q. That is a win for Simmer Q. Thank you so much for entering. Thank you everyone for entering. I really appreciate it. And again, I will say this, guys, if you have subscribed to the channel tonight through this live stream, please do consider staying with the channel. I do more live streams. I do more videos. You know, get into the Discord channel. It's linked below, linked in the profile, and my social media as well, guys. There is a DL going across. Yeah, FSLTL is just terrible here. Right, guys, so Simmer Q, I need you to do one big thing for me if it isn't already, because I need to contact you. This is a big open live stream and a big giveaway, guys. So more than ever, I require a email into your YouTube channel. If you don't know how to do that, it's very easy. Just look on Google. But I need you, Simmer Q or winner, I need you to pop your email into your YouTube profile so I can go in there and email you. You will get an email off my email, which is linked in my profile. I won't contact you through Discord, okay? It's just the way I do things. I've got to make sure that everyone is getting a fair shot. Also, I don't want anyone to redeem your prize. It hasn't happened for me, but I know others it has happened to. You never know, do you? So Simmer Q, before we end this live stream, get your email into your profile. You can delete it once I've emailed you, or you can pop your email into the chat if you're not too bothered. Just others might want to email in you and say hello. But congratulations to you. As I said, guys, I do giveaways every opportunity. Developers who I've worked with in the past, developers who I am going to work with in the future, are very, very nice, and they always give me the opportunity to either live stream before release or give you a prize, as in the scenery or the aircraft. I will say now, guys, there's a new airport trailer coming to the channel next week. There is a new aircraft trailer coming to the channel in March. You will not want to miss that. As in, guys, you will not want to miss it. There is a Hainan A330 flying over the top. But yeah, guys, you will not want to miss that aircraft trailer because, well, let's just say we've seen the aircraft before. And you won't want to miss it because we're going to see more and we're going to hear more and we're going to see more. Really. I can't be any more cryptic than that. And I really... Why is the planes just flying straight... Oh, God. Straight through the mountain into the airport. FSLTL's a pain in the bum. Right, guys. You've been fantastic. Simmer Q. I need to... make sure I can email you. Yeah, I just you email in your channel description or anything, mate, just so I can reach out to you. I will take it from there on email and make sure that iniBuilds get that into your account. Again, if you haven't got an iniBuilds account, it's free to set up. It's very easy to do as well. Thompson, I'm not allowed to say what it is, mate. I can only really give you very cryptic clues and say there is an aircraft trailer coming to the channel. As I've said many times before, I won't be live streaming any aircraft reviews prior to release because I'm not the one to show you them. I'm very much detail oriented. I'll look through airports in great detail and sceneries. There is many channels who will show you how an aircraft flies and whether it's good and whether it's worth your money. I am definitely not one of those channels, guys. I will show you as many sceneries as possible. But yeah, I've said that many times. You guys are bored and hearing that now. So, but yeah, aircraft previews, live streams, I don't tend to do. I will do some flying to some airports and land at that particular airport, definitely, but not live stream and tell you whether a certain aircraft has got the best systems implementation. I'm definitely not the one for that. But yeah, guys, you've been all fantastic. We've got a couple of aircraft actually landing and taking off now and taxiing out on FSLTL. It's taking its sweet time to do that. Simmer Q, get your email in there, bud. I don't want to leave the chat because there's no way I can contact you after we've closed the live stream. But I know you guys are heading out now and in the UK, you know, possibly going off to bed. I'm probably going to go and get a cup of tea myself because I'm absolutely gasping. But yeah, it's been fantastic. You guys are amazing. This will be out very soon. I can only imagine within the next couple of days, unless iniBuilds find something that they need to delay it for, which I hope not. Definitely gets my stamp of approval. Price wise, I can only imagine this is going to be on the $23.99 range because I think this will be priced at Dallas Fort Worth price. I think that was the price for it. Rodessa, Paolo, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been great, hasn't it? I mean, it's fantastic scenery. Thank you for all the love and hearts and likes and everything. And if you guys have shared the stream and if you've subscribed again, thank you so much. Our winner, Simmer Q. I still need your email in your YouTube channel, my friend. It's quite easy to do. If you should be able to just add it in your channel subscription. I'm on your channel right now. I can more info. All I've got is obviously the channel and when you join. So please do add that as soon as possible because I actually can't end the live stream until until you've done it, because otherwise we lose contact. And as I say, I don't like to start speaking to people through Discord because it is very easy to someone to just come and claim the prize. I'm not going to lie, it's happened on others before, and I really don't want it to happen to me. There we go. We got a cargo flight going out there, 777F. Now, if I had Chase Plane installed again, I'd gladly put it into cinematic mode, but I haven't got it installed again just because I believe it might be the thing that's causing my crashes. If you want to stay on the channel, guys, you can do. I do have to stay here until I've gotten the email from Simmer Q. Otherwise, I might have to redraw the prize, and everyone's gone now. So it is what it is. One of you guys, one of 9 people in the stream now, might get a better chance of winning. So so it might work out for people who have stayed. So I would, if you're still there, guys, I would try and stay on, because yeah. If you are still there, SimmerQ, I try and let me know. Kevin, I'm good. Our winner hasn't done anything here, so I'm gonna have to I don't know, I'm gonna have to either give someone else it, or I'm gonna have to, I mean, they replied, they've acknowledged it, they said okay, after putting their email in, and said, oh wow, thank you, but I've not heard anything else. Okay, well, if you didn't stick around, if listen, I'm not being funny, guys. If you've acknowledged the win and I've asked you to put your email into your YouTube, I really can't be any more fairer than that. I can't. Well, just in case. By the way, does anyone know how to use Samsung Hong Kong Times with? I just noticed they're clipping each other. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on, everyone. There's a low-flying 747 cargo. Look at him go. Go on, mate. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. Oh, you've got. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Ashley, I'm very aware of that. I'm just puzzled because I'll be honest with you, I was talking about using keywords and how it's usually a lot better using the just the active chatter giveaway method, but it seems that I mean, just in case, how do you add them email? Well, you have to go into your channel and press customize and add your email in. It's pretty self-explanatory, honestly, but it's easy to find on Google how you do it. And actually, I am very, very aware. It's been 10 minutes. I just don't want to be left stuck. That's the issue. Because I don't have a second giveaway to give. I can only be so clear on it. I mean, we have shot up a few people in the live chat. It's just not very good, is it? You know what I mean? I try to be fair. I try to also do it so people. I mean, Jotty, you can't see people's emails though. That's the thing. I understand. Like yours might be at gmail.com after your username, but I was specific. I did say, oh, he's added the email. He's added the email, guys. I apologize. Not really. I don't apologize. I'm just happy. So, SimmerQ, if you are there and you're in the live chat still, thank you so much. You were very, very lucky then, though. Very lucky. Very, very lucky. I have got your email now. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I am just going to pop that into my Gmail, guys. Right, okay. McHugh, no worries. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I'm live again on Friday, 7:30. 7:30. Another giveaway. Orbex's latest one. Not as big as this. I think probably could fit about 10 of those in there, but it's McKinnon St. Simons Island Airport. I've got a giveaway for that. So 7:30 on Friday for that one. Tomorrow, new freeway video going out at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. UK. It's going to show you five with the bonus airports. Going to show you some freeway airports with the links, and you can go and see them, see if there's any that you like in there. And then in 2 weeks' time, we've got a freeway bush video again, and then hopefully by then I should have a few more videos done for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. I am going now. Okay, I will see you later.